Get ready to start right now. Oh. Greetings, everyone, and a warm welcome to our weekly Meditations for the Soul. Meditations for the Soul are intended to illumine the true nature of the higher self, the soul, and the existence of enlightened beings who are reaching out to humanity at the dawn of a new era. Through their teachings, we become aware that current events in the world are preparing humanity for significant changes ahead. The weekly meditations aim to build a community founded on the love and understanding of the soul, whose divine task is to bridge the gap between the lower and higher realms of life on our planet. When the objective of meditation is achieved, a bridge of light is established between the physical brain and the soul, thereby enabling the soul's light to be registered by the brain. When the mind is steady and still, higher intuitive levels can be reached. We invite you to join us each week to cultivate this group field and together build the bridge of light to the soul. Our program will last about 30 minutes. Please keep your microphones muted and your videos off during the program. A reading from spiritual elders will be followed by the meditation, which will begin and end with a gentle bell. There will be closing words and music at the end. In preparation for meditation, we encourage you to focus your attention inward. Let us begin.
Words from spiritual elders. The phrase cosmic whisperings evokes a bridge between the silence of the inner worlds and the dawning of human awareness of the new era. It is the idea of a noiseless sound that can be heard only by stretching and sharpening the subtle senses enough to access the inner realms. To grasp these messages from the planetary heart center, one must use the inner ear to hear, for the sound will not be loud enough to compete with the outer word. The objective of these cosmic whisperings from the elders is to make the essence of the changes ahead for awakening humanity. It presents a vision of the new earth in relationship to the etheric plane of the planet, as well as the etheric body of the human being, the vital body that underlines the physical form and often referred to as the body of golden light. The new earth will be charged with the light of the spiritual sun, revealing the radiance of the divine life that has been hidden over the ages. Let us begin a guided meditation. The ongoing communications from spiritual elders are an attempt by them to explain what has been the most difficult for the human mind to understand up to this point: how to move beyond a narrow sense of self and embrace the fullness of the divine self. This is the urgent need of the hour, and there is nothing more crucial or important for creating a new world than the perspective of the higher self. These messages are intended to reach those who are becoming aware that change is imminent and wish to know what lies ahead. We are told that we are moving into a dimension far beyond the present one. Although it is difficult for the elders to describe and for us to imagine, it is increasingly evident that the visible order of things is shifting. In the coming cycle, as human consciousness continues to evolve, so will the consciousness of other species. It is said that all beings will require new forms reflecting the expanding awareness in order to grow and thrive. We can be certain that in the new era, divinity will whisper through our senses, delighting our finer perceptions of sight and sound with an unimaginable beauty. Let us engage in a brief visualization with suggestions from the elders, allowing the mind to imagine a world of higher frequencies. Fall still and open the heart. Imagine a spectrum of colors that surpasses any you have observed on the dense surface of the earth. See yourself being drawn magnetically towards a stream of color of overwhelming beauty. Observe how this beauty raises the vibrational frequency of your entire being. While bathing in the stream of color that attracts you the most, become aware of living beings clothed in subtle forms. By the frequency of the color and corresponding sound, you see yourself being drawn toward a master of wisdom, giving instructions to his disciples. As you listen intensely, You are pulled into a vortex of energies. Attuning yourself to the higher frequencies of color and sound, you find your energy body spinning more rapidly. You rest there, allowing the energies to permeate every atom of your being until there is no longer any sense of separation. Let us take a few moments to reflect on these cosmic whisperings offered by the elders. Whenever outer conditions of life on the physical plane become unmanageable, human consciousness searches for the deeper meaning of life. This is a trait inherent in the nature of the intelligent human beings. Some of the greatest writings of all time have been written behind the bars of a prison cell, where all external activity is prohibited. When the outer light goes dark, the inner light can be more easily seen. This is the constitution of man at a certain stage of evolution. Not all human beings are capable of such self-examination. But for those who are, the lack of external stimulation can serve to nurture the inner life. Into the darkness now shrouding the external world, spiritual elders are pouring forth light. The most powerful antidote to the viral fear form spreading across the globe is the realization that the essential human being never dies. This understanding not only nurtures the inner life, it also forms the bedrock of the new world. The soul, on its own plane, understands that which cannot readily be known while incarnate on the denser physical plane of Earth. From this higher vantage point, it perceives the reasons and causes of all things. The new world will emerge from this higher ground of understanding as the soul of humanity unfolds along the upward arc of evolution. Let us rest in the peace and joy of the undying soul. In the words of the elders, quote, "In this pre-dawn of the new age, the wheels of evolution may appear to be turning slowly in your eyes, despite the fact that time has been wildly accelerating. If you examine world events closely, you will discern a pattern of physical destruction followed by an influx of light. This pattern is subtly impacting the consciousness of advancing souls and forging a pathway into the new era. There are now signs that awakening minds have begun to recognize the workings of the law of cause and effect. Until now, this law has been invisible to the collective mind, turning the human world into a zone of lawlessness, each man or woman a law unto themselves. The modern mind deemed long ago that God was dead. The spread of that belief has given license to human beings to act without conscience. With every passing week, we see this false notion of reality losing its grip on influential thinkers. The realization of truth is gaining momentum, turning minds increasingly towards the higher dimensions of life. Though God may be dead for a large portion of the race, there is a growing recognition that there is an intelligent source of power beyond that of humans. Rest assured that all heaven and earth are being moved in preparation for the great shift in the evolution of humanity and our earth. End quote. Let us now fall still. Come into your center and make room for that inner vision which sees beyond the part to the whole and beyond the present to a glorious future. Om.
As we return to outer awareness, we give thanks to everyone for being part of this gathering. Meditations for the soul are offered every Wednesday, Thursday in the Asia Pacific at the same time. For information on the Italian meditation, visit our Italian website at atreeoflight.org. at it.atreeoflight.org. And information about the French meditation, visit our French website at fr.atreeoflight.org. You can contribute to the awakening of the human soul by inviting others within your spiritual networks to participate in these meditations. Invitations can be downloaded from the community page of the website. Let us rest in the joy of the soul as we end with music.
Only in sleep I see their faces, children I played with when I was a child. Louise comes back with her brown hair braided, Annie with ringlets warm and warm. Only in sleep time is forgotten. What may have come to them, who can know? Yet we played last night as long ago, and the doll stood at the turn of the I see their faces, children I played with when I was a child. Louise comes back with the brown hair braided, Annie with ringlets warm and wild. Time is Yes, we played last their smooth round faces. I met their eye and found them mine. Do they too dream of me? I wonder. And for them am I too a child? Am I a child?
Our gathering will now close.